The same way as I listen to people talk about baptism, and particularly infant baptism, I think it's important for me to do this for you, at least in part. And I'm going to have to ask you to be patient, because what I want to do is I want to quote for you from a Presbyterian perspective, then from an Anglican perspective, then from a Roman Catholic perspective, and then we'll go to the New Testament.
You don't baptize
so
infants.
If you would listen carefully, then I'll speak as quickly as I can so that we can get to the Bible as fast as we might. We need to recognize in saying all of this that baptism remains a controversial subject. That tragically and unnecessarily so, Christians
January 30th, 23.
are often divided over the issue. I also recognize that there is little hope on my part of convincing those who disagree with me. My friends who are committed pedo-Baptists, that is, infant baptizers, are able to marshal their facts with great clarity. They understand the Bible. They are sincerely devoted to Jesus. And although we play theological ping pong with it from time to time, they remain convinced of where they are, and I remain convinced of where I am too. That doesn't unsettle us in any way, because we are united on the fundamentals. We are committed to all of the issues of the gospel together, and this matter of the meaning and the mode of baptism we would not want to put in a primary position, but in a secondary position. I say that in relationship to those who are within the framework of believing Christianity, the disagreement that exists there. But with that, where the notion would be that baptism possesses saving efficacy, then we would not regard that discussion as a secondary discussion.
Anyway, y'all, Wacky weatherman.
As a primary discussion. But I would want to distinguish, as I want to show you now. I decided what I would do is I would quote to you from people that I admire, living or dead. First of all, living, so that we would allow, if you like, a good evangelical proponent of the view to speak concerning the view, in order that we would not be setting up in any way a straw man and then being able to tear it down. It's relatively easy to do that in argument and in debate. Many of you are familiar with that, and it's a very unhelpful way to go, because it creates all kinds of impressions, most of which are absolutely wrong. Now, what I want then to do is to quote to you from a book called A Faith to Live By, Christian Teaching That Makes a Difference. It is authored by a man by the name of Donald MacLeod, a man with a great name, I suggest to you. He is the professor of theology at the Free Church College in Edinburgh, Scotland, which sits up there on the mound.
Yeah, from what
those
you
of you
said.
who have been there, in behind the statue of John Knox. And in speaking concerning this to the congregation and then providing it for us in its written form, he points out
not really. The rest of them did.
At its most fundamental, baptism signifies union with Christ. It is baptism in the name of Christ, identifying us with Him and incorporating us into Him. It signifies our being one with Him and seals our
y'all. Well, we'll turn it back on
in His
here in a little bit, and we'll just take you with us. January 30th, 23. All right, y'all, Wacky weatherman. It's a little after 1 o'clock now. We're going by one of our favorite places where we get the pizza puffs. It said you can get 4 of them for like $6.
What?
Pizza puffs. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
So you can get 4. You can buy a pack of 4 of them for $4 for like $6. $6 for 4 of them.
And then I met a guy that had more joy than anybody ever seen, and he was.
I should have kept my ladders.
And he talked to me for an hour. He was the speaker. He talked to me an hour before he spoke.
Yeah.
And it was just one story.
Still kept a lot of things.
And he was
All right, here we go.
Should have kept my place.
Yeah, we probably because then.
I should have said, why don't you just move in?
Yeah, I did in a heartbeat. Just say, well, I'm moving in, you know.
Why don't we suggest that?
I don't know. We should have. That would have saved a lot of money.
Yeah.
We got joy.
I'd still have Allie.
Still have Allie.
About a month or two later, before we found this verse in John 15:11, it says, it's that last parable Jesus gave in the garden where He said, when you
I could have stayed.
When you bear fruit, therein you're my disciple, and my joy remains with you, your joy remains full. Wow. You know, when you get a scripture that hits you between the eyes, it's something you already experienced.
Yeah, but well, also got him still got him his like an apartment.
Well, had room for him there.
Yeah. Like where he wouldn't have to.
And I thought I should leave my business, going to full-time ministry, and I prayed it was fair of my life.
He was always on general assistance.
Yeah.
So it's like he still could have got his Social Security. You know.
Had food stamps.
And about 20 minutes later, a guy came into my office.
They had to prove that he was. Well, they kind of said, "Well, your food's different than what she's buying." So he just went together.
Well, but that's the thing. Well, he probably wouldn't be able to get the food stamps.
Well, it's because he had to say that. Well, I buy my food and she buys her food.
Now they won't do that over here in Missouri. I wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
That's why I said I would lose it, because they would count your income,
Right.
and they would count his income. So he still wouldn't have got it.
He didn't get no money.
No.
He's got food.
So I just got missionaries out at Orange County Airport, and God spoke to me and said, "Go see Barry McGuire." I see that name on your building, and
All right, y'all. Here we go. We're going back home. It's not doing anything yet. We're gonna go buy Rural Foods, and we're gonna get some more potatoes. We might get another dozen of eggs.
I need some paper towels too.
It's just a God. And that was 1976. And so, for just about 50 years now, we have been sharing our faith.
Oh, Mayberries. Y'all would like Mayberries.
And then we find her all.
We'll have to go in there. I have to go in there sometime.
Amen.
But he also says in Romans 8:28, when you live for my purpose, we kind of pass over the scripture, we all know, but we don't read it to its end. You know, all things work together for good. That means everything, not most things. That means everything. It's a big promise. I don't know why we don't dwell on more. God says to everyone who listens to us right now, I promise you, I'll make everything in your life work together for good if you do two things. That's kind of an important thing. So what are those two things? Well, one, of course, is to love him. And not just love him with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. But then if we love him, we're sharing. And that's what it's when you live for my purpose. We all know his purpose is to seek and save the lost. So when we live our lives to seek and save the lost, everybody, every day closer.
All right, y'all. Wacky weatherman. It's not doing anything yet, is it? Nope, not yet. It's probably about 3. And then when we get back home, we're going to end this video, and then we're going to start another video. This is just like a little travel video, drive along thing, type of thing.
To live in the promise of Romans 8:28, or I call it the favor of God. And when you do that, God just opens up, and it's just amazing what happens.
We're going to have, I'm going to try to have 5 videos today.
Of course, that's the name of the book that we're just putting out.
Well, Barry, let me ask you this. Your book comes out next week. It's called Ignite Your Life, Defeat Fear with Effortless Faith. Give us a glimpse into this, your first book.
Well, you know, it's amazing, but we have an Oxford scholar follows all the statistics right now. Do you know that over 80% of Christians today are living in fear? I mean, it's astounding. I mean, 365 times the Bible tells us fear not. You know, and you're living here, you're not living in faith.
So, yep, y'all, Wacky weatherman, just going along, aren't we?
Paralyzed church.
See, that's what wrong.
And, but it's also
You passed it right over there.
the general population over 80.
Yeah, there must have been like a little thrift shop or something that burnt over there, y'all. I wonder what kind of stuff was in there. Oh, it did too?
Yeah.
The fields are white for harvest.
I hope the people got out okay.
Hopefully they got the insurance.
And they got out okay.
Yeah, and they got out okay.
So we got to do something. We don't know. The Lord can come back at any time. And I just say to you, how many people do you know that will not be in heaven? They're not in heaven anymore. I mean,
You know what? Yeah. Telling you what.
Because passed with cause coming.
Yeah, they don't care.
People you love, care for, that would be lost, left behind.
You got the lights on?
If they're not reaching, if not you, who's going to tell them out? How are they going to learn unless somebody tells them? We're not telling them. And who's going to tell them without being sent? The churches aren't sending us. We're not hearing this with the pulpits anymore. So this is you look at the world. 90% of our population is lost. They're confused. They see evil for good, good for evil. They're blinded by faith. We know that. Jesus said it would be that way. So they have an excuse for doing all this stupid stuff. Their only hope is us. They're not going to go to church. They're not going to go to church. We're their only hope. And we're not telling. And that it's critical. This message right now, you guys can appreciate what we talked about before. It is the Great Commission for a reason. But more importantly for us, because why is it from Genesis to Revelation? God tells us to proclaim the good news, to go, we know
So it's
that
January
before.
30th, 23.
And
Wacky Weatherman. We're just keeping an eye out on things.
Every scripture in 50 years
So,
is going to one scripture.
Yeah, we'll turn it back on here in a little bit and see what happens.
And he deals with stroke patients, but also
Right, y'all,
he deals
we're
a
back.
lot with cancer patients and treatments, and so we're very concerned throughout this. We have
Nothing
other
yet.
doctors, Dr. Robert Corcoran, who's a Greenville doctor. He's an internal medicine doctor. He's treated, as of last week, he's treated over 10,000 COVID patients with early intervention multi-drug therapies, including ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and no one has died. Okay, that's over 10,000 COVID patients. None have died in Mississippi. This is huge. We're going to get this information out. This information was squashed. Dr. Thomas Dobbs did not want that to get out. He did not want that to be published in the Mississippi State Medical Association Journal, which it finally did. But that's one reason we believe Dr. Dobbs resigned, because we had our Dr. Cheryl Hill, a doctor, retired OBGYN.
Yep, no weather yet.
Request,
Hopefully it'll start when we get home, about 3 or something. But
to suppress that information.
this is only the beginning.
Remember, that was the time back in the fall of 21. He was talking about the ivermectin, horse dewormer, right? He made headline news and he vilified it. And we know that
So no weather, huh, Wacky Weather Girl?
Safe medication, very good medication for treating COVID, and so both early, late, and even for long COVID. So, we want all this information to come out, and that's why we're going to have this Mississippi Medical Freedom Conference.
This is a nice bridge, I tell y'all what.
Absolutely.
Dr. Witcher, what are some things you could do as governor to combat some of this suppression of information, some of this big pharma influence in Mississippi? What are some things you could do as governor should you win?
Well, I'm a very conservative person, always have been. That's just who I am. I grew up Southern Baptist. Even went to the United Pentecostal Church for a while, and I'm currently a Southern Baptist. I've been a seeker for all my life, and so I feel like I'm called to be the governor. This is not something I've taken lightly. It was through a lot of prayer. My wife and I, and family and friends, my pastor. I feel like now's the time for me to come forward.
So we'll take y'all across the bridge, won't we?
My campaign is based on faith, family, and freedom. Okay, and this is something, we can see our freedoms have been taken away. If you look at what's happened over the last 3 years with COVID, our government doctors, all the way from federal government, Dr. Fauci, under Biden's direction, all the way down to our state, Dr. Thomas Dobbs, all of our public health doctors, they follow the protocols of the federal government. So our state doctors, Dr. Dobbs, all of our public health doctors, and also all the doctors.
Wind's kind of blowing a little bit.
They are state doctors, okay? So they
So
they have
nothing yet, y'all. We'll turn it back on here in a little bit when we get close to home.
Money, not only.
Hey, y'all, Wacky Weatherman. Starting to do a little something here. Yeah, them rain-X are nice. All right, y'all. Yep, and that's some little winter precipitation here. Yep. Hopefully we don't get very. Hopefully this. They say mostly it's going to accumulate like on the roads and stuff like that. It's going to be bad travel. So the kids might not even have school tomorrow.
When I lived in Chicago, got Frank into trouble. He was at a ball and they was playing for drinks. Well, they was drinking beer and this other guy was drinking these mixed drinks. Called something I looked for. And I said, well, you owe me this much money. Well, they didn't have no money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Just starts to the window.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to work, Donna. We might as well just go home. Because I don't want to be out in this no more. What we have to, huh?
Oh, we need milk or we need paper towels.
Yeah, just keep. I got the defrost on. Stuff's starting to stick pretty good, isn't it? Is that kind of helping on the windows there? Okay. Very good. Yeah, as long as we get home, that's the only thing we care about, ain't it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, once you get a couple things of salt. That way, if we need some, we can pour out there a little bit on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because look like we might be in for a couple days, and they might have actually already let school out, maybe. Yeah, we're all ready for winter. We're ready for winter to be over with. We're ready for summertime, ain't we all?
Yeah.
So I said, yep, get back before it gets bad. Because we're right here at home. There we go. Oh yeah, you got the lights on? There you go. Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break and be back after this. We've got Glenn Campbell lined up, Conway Twitty, and Asleep at the Wheel all ahead right here on Pure Country. C106, stay tuned.
Now that's something. Don't look like it's doing anything now, huh?
It's sprinkling at time.
And just a little drizzle. Yeah, and it's staying off of that window, ain't it?
Pretty much the wipers are getting.
Get it, baby. So y'all, Wacky weatherman. this road's still good, ain't it?
Yeah, pretty much so.
Let's see what we all got here, y'all. Yeah, they treated these roads earlier. Probably like treated them this morning, you know what I mean? But Alright, so anyway, y'all, we'll turn this back on here when we get out of the dollar store, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be groovy. We'll turn it back on here when we get out. So, January 30th, 2023, y'all. Be ready for the winter storm number 2 here, y'all. So, there you go. Alright, folks, Wacky Weatherman, we're going home. Here we go now. Just gonna back up and get out and up out of here. Don't want to show people's license plates, do we?
The Memphis Police Department suspending another officer over the death of black motorist Tyree Nichols earlier this month.
The officer in question is
That's no reason
identified
to
as
beat a guy and kill him.
This newly suspended
Oh, a
officer
traffic
joins at
violation.
least 2 Memphis Fire Department employees.
Yeah, and he was and the police were black.
Who are also under investigation.
Fox's Charles Watson in Memphis. President Biden and House Speaker McCarthy scheduled to meet on Wednesday to discuss the debt ceiling. The default deadline is June 5th.
The president insists he would not negotiate on the debt ceiling. But there's risk, especially if that position rattles the markets. The meeting is a major test for McCarthy. Conservatives want to see if the speaker shows backbone and can rumble with the president.
That's Fox's Chad.
Oh, that'll be good.
Congress raised the debt limit 3 times under former President Trump. America's listening to Fox News.
All right, y'all, we're almost home, and we'll take a look outside, and then we'll end this video, and then we'll come back later this evening.
They just don't know how lost I feel without you. My teardrops never see the light of day.
So anyway, y'all, Wacky Weatherman, we'll turn this back on here when I see y'all outside. January 30th, 2023, yos. So, see y'all outside. All right, y'all, Wacky Weatherman, we made it back home, and let's just see what it looks like. So, yeah, be careful going out here on this porch. Of course, I've got better shoes on now since we was out here earlier this morning. Okay. So, see a nice little glaze on there. You see that nice little fine little glaze on there? It's a little glaze. So, but anyway, this is what it looks like. It's about 24 degrees outside, and it feels like it's 12 degrees outside. That's what the wind chill is. So, that's what the wind chill is. Now that I've got these other shoes on, we'll go look at it. Yeah, see, you can see a little bit of that on there. Right? The ground's frozen. Ground is frozen solid anyway. So Wacky Weatherman here. Yep, your old buddy Gerald. January 30th, 2023. We're going to, I guess we're going to end this video, and then we'll come back with another video. I'll be on the note then, and we'll check out the stuff. So it looks like, anyway, but yep, that's it. So if y'all be groovy January 30th, 2023. There's no need of going around. It's cold, too cold. So I'm going to end this right now, and then we'll come back when this stuff starts again. So it'll be a little bit later tonight. So it's just too cold to be out here right now, y'all. It's pretty cold. I don't want to come down sicko. Don't want to come down sick. So anyway, January 30th, 23. It's about 24 degrees, and it feels like minus. Well, it just feels like it's 12 degrees. 12 degrees. So anyway, y'all, Wacky Weatherman. That's it. I'm going to get in here and get where it's warm. So I'll see y'all in the next video after this one. So y'all just be groovy. And that'll be it. So, all right. So I'll see y'all in the next one. So January 30th, 23. See you in the next video today.